So unfortunately, the official patch isn't out yet. I've been waiting here the last couple hours, refreshing every now and then, still not here, and it's getting kind of late. So we are going to go over something we haven't gone over yet, and that is the dev note from, it's old in the meantime, probably most of you guys have seen that, but I want to give my thoughts because this is probably going to be most of the new stuff that's coming in the official patch. We might just have more information in the official patch, and if that's the case, then we'll go over that too. But yeah, we're going to do a TLDR for the pet system because we've talked about this at least one other time in detail. So that should be coming tomorrow, October 31st. And basically the only real change they've made to that since we first talked about it, there'll only be 2 different types of pets now instead of 3. The lobby type pets and the story type pets will be merged into just lobby type pets because their abilities were too similar. So they're both going to do the same thing now. And there will also be battle type pets. Both pets are obviously just for convenience purposes. The lobby type pets will just passively give you rewards, such as energy and gold. Battle type pets can repeat battles for you over and over, so farming without you having to actually click the buttons. More importantly than that though, they can also open treasure chests and enter goblin gates automatically. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into one of those urgent missions and you really need to go into all goblin gates and urgent missions because you can get some pretty nice gear there. But it's like, I go on it, start autoing, I just don't pay attention for 2 seconds, and then boom, I see the goblin gate passing me by and I try in, but then they're at the boss and it sucks. So yeah, that's nice. You can increase their level through enhancing, like heroes, using other pets as ingredients, or using pet food. Also, if you have 2 pets of the same type, they apparently can be synthesized after reaching max level. I don't remember reading about that or sort of the level enhancing, but there that is. So some slightly new info. Also, new content focused around the pets, but that is planned for the future. So here's something I don't believe they touched on too hard in their previous dev notes or patch notes or whatever, and that's memory imprint improvements. It's pretty much what I thought it was, but it's still pretty interesting, and I think will deserve a dedicated video going throughout all the heroes, seeing which imprint concentrations are going to really be a big deal. Like, you know, for units like Judith, for example, if her imprint concentration turns to speed, or Oxalot's for that matter, his normal imprint is attack, which is really good, but ultimately you need him as fast as possible in that cleave sort of team. So basically you can just switch between giving multiple party members your imprint power or just giving it all to yourself. And as you can see in the screenshot, it won't necessarily be a 1-to-1. This gives attack plus 12 and the concentration gives 18 health. So of course, compared to the multiple party members that would benefit from this 12.9 attack, you know, that's over 25% attack total, you're only getting 18 health, which is definitely less, but it really depends on who actually needs those stats more. In Lilius's case, I'd probably keep her with the attack imprint, honestly, but yeah, that's just one hero. Unfortunately, you can't just toggle between them straight when the patch drops because you'll need a new currency called the Ego Fragment, which makes a lot of sense because they're being kind of selfish there. You can purchase it from the shop, and they will also have a rare chance to find it in other occasions such as the pop-up shop. Well, hopefully by shop, they don't mean it's going to be that expensive or with cash, because that would kind of suck. Oh yeah, I was a lot more hype about imprint concentration when they were talking about including skill and enhance effects. From this paragraph, it seems like they have scrapped that idea and it's just going to be a flat stat increase like normal memory imprints, but just for the one that has the memory imprint. And then of course we have equipment conversion. This sounds really interesting as well. From the screenshot, it looks like it'll be super expensive. You can see we have 2 plus 15 purple 85 swords. That only gets it just a bit above normal grade. So yeah, that's kind of scary. The bad thing with this is it says you can choose the level, stat, grade, and main stat of the equipment, but not the substats, which is the actually hardest part of a gear when you're trying to get good gear. The substats, that's the thing you're going to be looking at. I mean, of course, the set, the level, the grade, all that matters, but that's a lot more in your control. Substats are random all the time regardless of where you go or where you farm, regardless of which hunt you go. It's always substats are going to be the make or break point for a lot of people once they see that shiny speed set, red sword, whatever, 85, like, well, just the substats left. then they're garbage, and the sword's garbage. So I don't know how much that's going to help when you can't control substats at all, but it's there. And finally, we got World Boss. This looks pretty damn cool. It looks like you'll have 0 control over your heroes though, which is slightly cool, but also slightly disappointing. I even see a skip icon up there. Can you just like give me the results? That'd be pretty funny. But yeah, there are 16 heroes down there. That's damn crazy. 12 of your own plus 4 from a guild member's team. I don't think this will come tomorrow because it says within November, but still it's pretty exciting. During preseason, which we're gonna start in, we'll be using NPC teams as our 4th team. But then when regular season starts, we will in fact be using other guild members' teams, and there is a limit to that, it seems. So you got to be kind of careful with who you're using and when, because there's also element bonuses. So the more of one element you have, the better your score will be, and then class bonuses too. So yeah, that's going to take quite a bit of planning. And you can see the world boss here on the map. Looks like it'll be a sort of event thing going on where you can click it. It does say 12 hours left though, so probably won't be too hard to participate. They also say voice lines will be added for certain content. Voice lines for Guardians will be added. Do they mean like Arky and stuff? It's a little bit confusing because then there's camp. Apparently, so what they're saying in camp, they'll have special voice lines for that too. Oh yeah, they were supposed to add that too, the camping improvements, where you can more clearly see the changes in morale. So what we're actually getting tomorrow is the pet system and memory imprint adjustment. But I believe we will also be getting an exclusive hero. I've heard talk about this. Some people are saying it might be Luna. I was kind of expecting it's going to be a new exclusive hero, but we'll see. I don't think they've ever rerun exclusive yet, and I don't believe they've said they plan to. I think it's one of those in consideration things, because they've also already rerun like Kiki Rat and other event exclusive heroes, so why not banner exclusive as well? So a little late, but we got the official patch notes now. I see Luna up there, so I guess it really is Luna for our exclusive hero. Well, there's also Draco. So again with the pets, if there's nothing new, gonna just totally skip this because we just talked about it. New stuff, you can raise up to 30 pets initially and increase that up to 100 pets. 50 sky stones for 5 slots seems very fair. 6 pets can move around within the pet house at once. We get our first one for free, a 2nd generation battle type. You can choose one, doesn't really matter. You can choose one, it seems only their appearance is mattering here. Yes, indeed. You get more with pet adoption tickets, which you can purchase via gold or sky stones. That's cute. Lobby type sits here with the rest of your team. Lobby types can also help you to enhance your heroes or equipment. This guy will give you a gift every day, but if you switch them out and put a different pet there, that will reset the counter, so be careful with that. And these are the gifts you can actually get from him. Catalysts, gold, energy, all pretty good stuff. And then battle type you can equip like a supporter or a guardian. You need an extra item, homemade snack, to utilize the repeat battle function, so you can't just do that infinitely. And yeah, they'll interact with all objects, chests, goblin gates, etc. So yes, you can enhance and synthesize them to increase the amount of skills they can learn and have. So they'll do more things, give you more rewards from battles, bring you gifts more often or better ones, etc, etc. Oh, you can buy the pet food with stigma 3 times a week. Awesome. And that'll be like what penguins are to heroes. They will not gain EXP by taking them into battle. So yeah, when they're both max level, synthesize, and you have a chance of getting a higher generation. They must be the same generation and type. Oh, it seems only one of the 2 pets must be at maximum level. Yeah, this works kind of just like heroes, except there's no chance for them to go up a star. Then pets also have affinity, and the higher that is, the greater the efficiency of their skill. Can buy toys with 3 silver transmit stones once a week, which will give them 100, or use stigma once a day for 20. And the effect is just increased skill effect, so I guess we can't see exactly what that does yet. You also get a heart decoration. And here you can see all the different skills of the pets. None of them super stand out, but they all seem pretty useful. I mean, an additional piece of equipment from Hunt does sound interesting though. Depends on what the chances are, of course, at minimum and max. And the homemade snacks you need to repeat battle, you can get from adventure modes, side story, Hunt, and you can find them in treasure chests as well. So we'll also have a pet shop. Here you can see the price of the adoption ticket, as well as the different currencies you can use. Skystones, gold. Doesn't seem too bad, honestly. Seems like season 3 is coming to an end already. It feels like it just started, but okay. They're also changing the name of the seasons. Okay, and then just right in the middle of this patch, they throw a new Moonlight hero, Troublemaker Crozet. Let's do a tiny first impressions for him, I guess. Basic has a chance to stun up to 40% with Mulligoras and then 100% with Soulburn. Sounds all right, I guess, but like, I don't know. For me on arena offense, I'm going Cleave, and there are heroes with better stuns on like ultimates, which you could just use instead. And then on defense, he'll always only have a maximum of 40% chance to stun, so it wouldn't be that good either, but that's just his basic. Let's move on to his passive. Well, this is a pretty interesting one. He'll receive up to 40% of damage suffered by the ally in the back row. Also a 35% chance to counter attack when the ally in the back row is attacked. So I see a lot of defense teams with like 3 tanky dudes, you know, like a knight, a healer, maybe a bruiser, and then like an Arbiter Vildred. And putting Arbiter Vildred in the back there with this dude in the front, that would be pretty annoying, I can imagine, on defense. And then his ult is, sounds weird. It'll dispel all debuffs from himself and an ally, and increase defense for 3 turns. But then it says grants class enhancement to the ally for 3 turns. Well, if we look at this still image from the video, Troublemaker Crozet just gave that buff to Shermia, and it looks like it's a defense icon with a little crit rate icon next to it. So maybe depending on the class, it'll give them different buffs. This is increase critical hit resistance. But yeah, all right, would probably need to pull him and check out what they do for different classes. Interesting though. Then we got Luna and Draco Plate limited summon. So of course, we all know about Luna. If you don't have her, I would recommend pulling for her. She's an excellent hero. This time though, we got a new artifact, Draco Plate. Increased critical hit damage by 30% while decreasing damage suffered from critical hits by 16%. That's pretty a lot. I mean, at level 1, it's 15 and 8, and get up to 15, that would be like what, 22.5? Whatever. Still not bad though for an artifact. It's like just pure damage and a bit of damage mitigation. It's pretty simple, but sounds not bad. Week 2 of the side story. I guess there's nothing super special. It's just a side story after all. This is taking longer than the dev note because there's a lot of extra information in, and we're only on part 1. Oh, you can actually get the Draco Plate from the side story, and it looks like a pet. That's a ton of dragon scales, but absolutely you should go for it. Sounds solid. They're gonna sell a stigma pack. No thanks. I think I have about like 50,000. It seems like they are differentiating between paid and free Skystones now. I don't think that's a cause to worry yet. Free Skystones will be used first, so maybe it's just a thing to make like refunds easier or whatever in case you accidentally buy something, and they can take out the paid ones. Some bug fixes here, none seem to be massive, and some other issues, again, don't seem to be too massive. And then we have part 2, which we are going to save for the next video because this one is already going to be too long, and there are a lot of balance changes to talk about. So, but yeah, for now, that'll do it. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Leave a like if you happen to enjoy, as always, greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.